This is Patrick from Worship Guitar Academy. In today's video, we're going to discuss why is it so hard to play worship guitar? Well, if you're like everyone else, you probably find learning the guitar to be a challenging thing. You may even know some of your chords, but in the middle of the song, you forget what chord to play next, or you forget where to move your fingers or how to transition in between different chords. You may have a hard time remembering how to strum the song correctly. All these things are normal. And you know what? You're actually not as far away as you think you are. It's because the guitar has 5 different layers occurring at the same time. I'm going to show you a 5-step process that you can run on every single song you learn. And once you get consistent at running this process for the songs you play, you will remember them and you will not forget them anymore. Learning how to play a song is like building a road. And the 5 steps to learning a song and also building a road are as follows. Number 1, you want to make sure that you have a map of where you want your road to be. And this is the mental awareness of what chords make up a song. For example, let's say we have 4 chords in the song. That it's G, C, D, and E minor. We need to know the order of those chords, but not only the order, we need to know when they occur. And so when you become mentally aware of the chords that you will need to play in a song, it's like making a map of the place where you want to build the road. Once you have the map of the road, you want to then start to build the road. On guitar, the way that we built the road is by learning where to put our fingers for each chord. So for the G chord, you put your pinky and the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E and B string, their first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, right? So this is you building the road. Knowing where to put your fingers is step 2. Now, once you know what the map looks like, and then you start building the road, the next thing you need to do is to be able to walk on the road, to be able to move. And this is the 3rd step, which is chord transitions. Okay, so being able to move smoothly between each chord. Once you're able to freely change your fingers to the next chord without having to think about it consciously, you're officially done with step 3. And then now you can move around on this new road that you built. All right, now the 4th step of the road is building the guardrails in place. So that way we don't drive off of the road. We don't get out of control and fall off course. That is where our timing and our strumming come in. So once we know what chords to play, once we know where to put our fingers for the chords, once we know how to transition between the chords, we now need to know how to time each chord. We need to know how long to stay on each chord. For example, let's take those 4 chords I already mentioned, and let's apply quarter note strumming to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now D, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, back home. Okay, so we just took a walk down the road there, and what kept us on the road was our timing, being able to count consistently. That's the 4th step. And the 5th layer of building a road is to decorate the road, to plant trees, to put up signs, to paint the ground, to make it look like its own unique thing. On guitar, that is our expression. So that is the dynamics we use. That is the embellishments we put on chords. That is the different types of articulations that we can use, hammer-ons and pull-offs and so forth. When we add these special flavors and nuances to our song, once we embellish on them, we are becoming more expressive with the way we play. So for example, I'm going to take those 4 chords and I'm going to change the dynamics of them, and I'm going to add my own expression, which is unique to me. right, so you saw me do a number of different things there. I strum loudly, I strum softly, I did some hammer ons, I did some pull offs, I did some sus4 action in there. So I had a lot of different things where I decorated that chord progression. And those are the 5 steps. So guitar is challenging because all 5 steps are occurring simultaneously. And so if you lack one of those, it's why your songs are going to fall completely apart if you don't have all 5 working together. In Worship Guitar Academy, I have specific exercises and drills that I will show you how to master each of these 5 layers, each of these 5 steps. And you don't want to skip steps, and you want to do them in order, and you can do them in order with me. And if you do these steps in order, you'll start to build the skills that you need in order to play songs, right? So many people get caught up in not being able to play songs, but they forget that the only reason why that they can't play the song is because they don't have the necessary skills to play the song. It's not an issue of talent. It's not an issue of being smart enough. It's not an issue of your fingers being too small. It's not an issue of your age. It's really about, are you able to play those 5 layers of guitar and put them together and not have it fall apart? All right. So in our next video, what we're going to do, we're going to start doing these drills and these workouts so that you can start building the skills, so that you can start to hear the movement between the chords, and you will stop having to remember songs by memorization, and you'll start anticipating the chords by movement.